Hello, world. It's me again. It's the Don, the Senator of Smooth and Rude, coming to you live from the 75. Why? Because we global, baby. Yeah. This is the Mansion in the Sky podcast where we build the lamb while we drive it. That's why we strive to become envious, which means unconquerable and influential in every single aspect of our lives and everything that we do. Our focus here at the mansion is to learn lessons from current events, either global or local, and apply it. And also staying in the mix about technology and health in a cold, calculated, and ever so changing world. Also lucrative too. So, envious ones, welcome to the home of the anti-hero. So, got my coffee, got my smokes, and I'm ready to go in. I'm doing what I love to do, which is film, record, and provide you guys with some type of value. Things that I think that are important, that everybody, at least in my target audience, should understand. Like I said, things that are going on in the news, technology, health. If you want to learn about money, I don't got a whole lot of that, so I can't teach you too much about that. But money attracts money. All right, so the script for today is as such. So, of course, I start the shows off with the isms. The isms, the isms, the isms, the isms. Then after that, I have the word of the day for you guys. First topic is going to be laws of detachment. This show's going to be interesting. I'll just tell you that. It's going to be interesting. Um, the first topic is going to pretty much be the longest one, and then after that, everything is gonna be kind of quick fire. But second topic is gonna be the OKC abortion law that was just passed. Third topic is gonna be the technology segment, which is gonna be why do I know about it? And then the fourth one, which is gonna be really quick, is gonna be a video on I don't know how to say her first name, but I just say Kay Brown Jackson, the lady who was getting ready to be appointed to be the first African American woman on the Supreme Court. So I just have a thought on that. Like I said, this is the home of the anti-heroes. You know, we stop, we bring political, stop bringing political. Whenever I say stop bring political, that's what it means. Stop bringing political. Stop bring political. That's what this channel is. We're not political, but we tap it for a second, we give our opinion, and we move on. Because these policies, they do affect us. And in order to be envious, you need to have tools in your toolbox and understand what's going on. Just like skills. Information is something that you could use. And if you know how to use it, then shit, you can use it like a tool. So we're going to run into the first ism. Well, the ism. The isms, the isms, the isms, the isms. And the isms for today is you need more fuck it in your system. Like, you give too much of a fuck. Too much of a fuck. And usually I say uck or mother ucker. But today we gonna let it rip. You give too much of a fuck. You need to get that fuck it in your system. You need to get to a place where you healthily don't give a fuck. So, Cat Williams, he got a little word of advice for us. The OG. Shout out to Cat Williams.
All I'm saying, you gotta enjoy your motherfucking life. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Enjoy your goddamn life. Life is fucking short. Enjoy that shit.
What he say? Life is short. Enjoy that shit. Enjoy it. And also another well put ism from Mr. Pimp Chronicles himself, the OG, man. That's super unk right there. That's the unk that come around like once every 5 years, but everybody love him, and he just cool. You can call him whenever, and he always drops some heavy shit on you till you stop being a bitch. Dope, man. But
There is a chemical that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it can change your life.
hold on, hold. Let's back. What you say? Hold on. Cause now
There is a chemical that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it can change your life.
straight up. It's a chemical called fuck it. If you can just get it in your life, it'll change your life. And of course, if you know about the Pimp Chronicles, then you know that he definitely wasn't just saying a chemical called fuck it. But I don't smoke, and it don't have nothing to do with me. But how does someone get to a place where they don't give a fuck? And I'm not and look, I'm talking about healthily not giving a fuck. I'm not talking about not giving a fuck like going out here, becoming a serial killer, going off the edge, going off the rails. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about not stressing, not letting little things get to you, not letting things that don't even matter derail you. How? You just gotta have a take it or leave it attitude. And you gotta be vigilant about not giving a F. I mean, vigilante. You gotta be on it. You gotta be on top of it about not giving a fuck. Because there's gonna be people out here who are projecting onto you and really don't care about your well-being, about your personal health, mental health. They're not gonna care. So you gotta be vigilant about that. And especially speaking from the men's side, when it comes to women, you gotta have a take it or leave it attitude. It's either get on my program or kick rocks. And I deal with you how I deal with you. Like medicine in small dosage. So you gotta be vigilant about not giving a fuck and take things, either take it how it is or leave it. Because most of the time you can't change things. So stop giving a fuck so much. Why? Why do you need to not give a fuck as much? Because holding on to or giving a fuck about so many things, it affects your happiness, it affects your health. You're stressed out about things that don't even need to be given a fuck about. What does giving a fuck do? Like I said, I'm just reiterating because it's a simple concept, but it take practice. It really take practice. But giving a fuck makes you unhappy. It stresses you out. And of course, let me highlight the fact that when I say giving a fuck, I'm talking about things that don't matter, small things, little things, little issues, fixable problems, even difficult problems. You can't eat the whole damn cow in one sitting, but shit, you can't have a steak every week. So stop giving a fuck as much so you can find some happiness. And when, like I said, when should you not give a fuck over smallish? I got gum stuck to the bottom of my shoe. So what? I don't give a fuck. Get one of them old gift cards in my wallet, scrape that whole off. People who don't deserve your energy, fuck them. Straight up, fuck them. What Cat Williams say? He said,
There is a chemical that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it can change your life.
straight up, stop giving a fuck. Stop giving a fuck about the problem, and give a fuck about the solution. You know what I mean? A lot of people get hung up on the fucking problem. And also disclaimer, I don't like cursing on this podcast like that. I don't want this podcast to be something that all ages can't listen to. I know what my target audience is. We're grown as fuck, and we drink as if we got 9 lives. But I want everybody of all ages to be able to listen to this program and say, hey, I disagree. I want people to be able to listen to this program and say, hey, I was thoroughly entertained, even though I disagreed with everything he said. And you know what? I might even watch his next episode. That's one of my goals with this program, is for people of all walks, all shapes, colors, sizes, creeds, nationalities, ethnicities to be viewers, be in the audience, become envious ones. And even if they don't agree, say, hey, this is the think tank. This is a think tank. And we're all, if we're not all free thinkers, we're all working on becoming free thinkers. So where should you not give a fuck? Everywhere. Everywhere. At work. Sex. Well, nah, you probably should give a fuck when you have sex. You don't want that gift that keeps giving. But the ism is, you need more fuck it in your system. And you need to get to a place where you healthily don't give a fuck. Because Uncle Cat gonna tell you.
There is a chemical that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it can change your life. All I'm saying, you gotta enjoy your motherfucking life. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Enjoy your goddamn life. Life is fucking short. Enjoy that shit.
Life is fucking short. And you're gonna waste hella time stressing over little shit that don't even fucking matter. So moving along to the word of the day. Druthers. It doesn't really roll off the tongue that smoothly, but when I found it, I was like, this is interesting. Druthers. It's a plural noun, which means free choice or preference. So druthers used in a sentence. Oh, synonyms. Synonyms, which means basically words that mean the same thing or could mean the same thing. Alternative, choice, discretion, election, liberty, option, pick, preference, selection, volition, and way. So examples of sentences or druthers used in a sentence would be, someone has to pay. And if businesses have their druthers, that someone is someone else's. Ooh. Let's see. Given their druthers, the Spurs would prefer to enter any kind of extra game soaring instead of sliding. So, that's self-explanatory. That's straight to the point. Easy to understand. druthers. Is there any druthers that you would prefer to happen or have going on? I know a lot of us have druthers. Man, that word really does not slide off the tongue. It like when I say it, it makes my tongue fat. Like druthers. Like I don't know. Uh, that word doesn't really work for me like that. Why say druthers when you could just say, hey, if I could have my way, if I could have my preference, I would go copper hair instead of black. But in this instance, if I could have my druthers, then I'm rolling with the copper hair because I just think it's a good look. And I don't really care what anybody says. You feel me? You smell me? All right. So, first topic of the day, the laws of detachment. Now, first of all, I found this off of Instagram. I was strolling and the color stuck out to me. I was like, that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. Then I saw laws of detachment. So something clicked and triggered in my brain. And I was like, what am I attached to that would even make me be interested in even digging into the concepts of the laws of detachment? Is this just something that some regular person just came up with and just slapped it on a JPEG and put some images with some colors up here and just put some buzz phrases up here and just let it rip? So I sat back and I thought about it. And I was like, I mean, okay. Besides social media, which I need to take a detox from, and smoking cigarettes, which I'm going to quit soon, and R&B music. I love the beats and melodies because I'm a saxophonist, and I just can't escape melodies, man. I will never be able to escape melodies and chords, and a keyboardist as well. I would never, as long as I live, be able to escape that or the bass line, especially if it's a boom 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 or do 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 do. Anyways, so I was like, okay, maybe music. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, what about people? What kind of attachments to people do I have? Am I attached to any type of people? And I was like, as of right now, not really. Like, I have people that I admire. I have people that I have love for. I have people that I love. I have people that I like. But nobody that I'm attached to, which I prefer, honestly. You know, a lot of people could say, well, what, you just want to be a player? Or, no, it's not even about that, man. I really think the player thing is played out, whack, for real. But I like options. And I think personally that you can live this life however you want to live it. You were designed to make your own choices with the greatest mechanism or piece of artificial intelligence software ever developed. The human brain is the greatest thing ever given to this planet. The greatest thing. It's literally like what humans are building. The artificial intelligence softwares and machines and mechanisms and robots that are out here. It's just like that. Like I've showed you in other episodes, the intelligence explosion, where the technology keeps on going and keeps on going and it keeps on getting so good and so advanced and so accurate that it's gonna basically kill off humans. But that's how the humans are with the world. We, man, look, we're gonna fuck around and kill off the world, endangered species and things of that nature. You know, resources being used and abused and fried. I don't know, tied, laid to the side. I don't know. That don't even make sense, but it sounded good. So, with all of that being said, the gears in my brain just started working when I saw this. One, because of the colors. The colors stuck out to me. And then the laws of detachment. And then I got to thinking about the women that I'm dealing with and the people that I'm dealing with besides the women, associates, friends, family, things like that. And I'm like, I don't really have too many attachments, honestly. So that's what made me want to go into the laws of detachment and see what at least another person that I respect in this world had to say about the laws of detachment, but also give my own spin on the laws of attachment or detachment, excuse me. So the first one is allows others to be who they are. I say, when it comes to that, accept people for who they are and then deal with them accordingly. I think that everything in this world is transactional. People don't want to admit that everything is transactional, but it is in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be time, whether it be money, whether it be energy, whether it be you supplying dick and rearranging guts. Something's being transaction. But I think at the same time we put too many expectations on people. And it seems as if we always want something from other people. And once again, like I say, if you're watching this, you either already have it figured out and you need motivation, or you're at the spot where I am, where we're building the lamb while we drive it. And we're looking for a little bit more, or we're looking to refine our newly acquired skills. So I see this philosophy as a refinement for myself, but maybe a newly acquired skill for whoever it might be out there. So allow others to be who they are and deal with them accordingly. Accept people for who they are and deal with them accordingly. And expectations, not having such high expectations. Hold on, because I think I might have deleted something. I don't know what I just did. Wow. What I just do? Okay. Yeah, but deal with people accordingly. All right. Accept yourself to be who you are. I think this is probably the most important one out of all of them because this is the first step. Just like Alcohol Anonymous, or any problem on, you have to identify the problem before you can even start working on a solution. So this is, it's such an enlightenment, and this is such a vibrational um pitcher upper. I don't know the word. This will raise your vibration up about yourself, cause it'll make you more aware of the kind of people that need to be around you and who don't need to be around you, by allowing yourself to be who you are and accepting it. Cause I'm just adding on to what this is saying right here. Add on, but accept what you are. Accept the things you can change, and accept what you can't change. But the things that you can change, keep working on. Like me, I know that, one, I'm short, I'm handsome, I'm a public speaker, I'm very diplomatic, I make friends easily, but I prefer to be alone. Not lonely. Lonely is like, man, damn, I can't find nobody to hang out with me. Alone as in, I choose to be by myself more times than to be around people who don't really vibrate with me, as in vibes. So that's how you know everybody know everything runs off of energy. Cause so many people be like, yeah, oh, he a vibe, she a vibe. Like, yeah, you got a vibe. You got a vibe with me. But on top of what I just said, I know that I'm kind of a free thinker. Not kind of. I am a free thinker, and I like things to go a certain way. So that's who I am. And also, like, with my relationships with people in general, I like them to be organic. I like I like natural, as in it's not forced, which is the next point. It's not forced, cuz forced feels like, not even feels like, when you're forcing, you're trying to control. And a lot of times people who want control so bad don't have control. I don't want to force anything because it doesn't feel organic. And when it's not organic, I don't want any parts of it. I don't want to feel like I have to always be, like, let's say if I'm just hanging out with a chick, with a woman, right? And we just met and we both know why we're here. But it's no vibe. It's just like, all right, well, I rearranged her guts and that's it. And I didn't really have a good time. Or maybe I did have a good time rearranging her guts. But you know what? I would have had even more of a better time if it was someone who, when we get together, it's like, it's just fireworks, you know? It's fireworks. We're rearranging guts. She's sucking seed. I'm leaving hickeys all on a goddamn collarbone. I done Mike Tyson her ear off or whatever. But it's a vibe. We can talk about any and everything. And we don't even need to be girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend. You know what I mean? Homie, love a friend. That's the most healthy option if you ask me, especially in this day and age. Homie, love a friend. Probably the closest thing to a boyfriend and girlfriend that most of y'all motherfuckers gonna get anyways. Homie, love a friend. But um, I don't want to get too far away from the point. So, anyways, allow yourself to be who you are. Accept yourself. You gotta be kind to yourself. You gotta be cool to yourself. But you can't lie to yourself. If you start lying to other people, you lie to yourself first. So you need to sit down and really think about, like, man, I really have health problems. Man, my money's really short. Man, I don't drink enough water. Man, my car about to break down on me. Man, um, shit, I can fly in the sky at 12,000 knots. Whatever the hell the case is. Allow yourself to be who you are. Next point, don't force situations. Like I said, I don't like forcing anything with anybody. All of my relationships that are still going were not forced. I don't force anything. I do not force anything. You kind of just like all of these points in this law, they go together. You just you gotta let things happen, but not let things happen like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here on this couch and I'm not gonna do anything and I'm just gonna stuff my mouth with honey buns and hot fries and curly fries and smoke cigarettes and drink Patron all day. Nah, you have to have a vision. You have to have some type of vision.
Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
You got to have vision. Hold up, what he say? Say it again. Hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, hold up. But yeah, you got to have vision. I know I'm lagging. It's because I got a lot of things open right now. And it won't let me be great. But I'm going to be great anyways. Just need to close some things up, free up some RAM. But yeah, you got to have vision. But you can't force anything. So sometimes not even having expectations is really the way to go. It's just like when I deal with women, I really, most of the times, I don't have expectations. Shit, dare I say all the times, I don't have expectations. I know what I want, but if you have something to offer outside of what's in between your legs, then I'm willing to listen. And if you got a vibe with you too, I'm willing to keep you around. But I don't force anything. I just ask questions. I just let things flow. I get to know what's going on. And my fault. Let me back up. So the laws of detachment doesn't even have to be 100% about people. It's just situations, things that you're dealing with, like work, things like that. So, with that being said, I don't force anything. I just let it happen. And it's good that I'm doing this because right now I have a vision. I'm still building the vision as I'm working towards one of my goals, but getting attached to the wrong things that's going to put me off this trail, I don't have time for that. And I see a lot of people, I hear a lot of people, I listen to a lot of people, I talk to a lot of people who are putting their energies in the wrong things. And if you ask me, they're trying to force the hand. And I think that's dead. I think that's a waste of your time. I think that it's millions of trillions of, I don't know what the word that's bigger than trillions is, but it's so many more other things out here that you could be putting your energy into besides putting wasted energy and time into things and people that don't have a return on interest or don't even interest you. So stop forcing things. And hold on, let me get back over here. Let me pull up my image. Solutions will emerge. So like I said, sometimes when you we'll keep it on people. When you let people come and go, but you don't force it and you show up right. You show up the right way, then solutions will appear. Or the ways that these people could be used as a utility tend to emerge. And oh, by the way, I do have my window open because it's like 75 degrees outside. So it is kind of toasty. I'm not turning on the AC until I'm absolutely up in here roasting. And I like it hot. But solutions will emerge. You got to give things time. You can't give everybody time, but you have to give people and situations time, and everything will reveal itself eventually. It's like when I play this game called Mobile Legends. And it's like the point of the game is to take all the turrets on the map. And you have early game heroes, you have late game heroes, but in the midst of trying to get to the turret, the base turret of the other team, you have to farm and kill the other team and get experience and things like that. So while you're doing that, you're obtaining equipment and things like that. So you can get stronger, you can become stronger. You know, you have physical attacking equipment, you have magical equipment, you have even defense items for like tanks and things like that. A lot of times in the beginning of games, we'll be getting thrashed. Or I play games where I'm getting thrashed. I mean, getting worked. And everybody be like, yeah, good game, good game. Fuck this. We don't have time for this. Whatever. But after a while, after we've gotten our equipment and gotten a little bit more stronger than we were in the beginning of the game, and we get a feel for how good the other team is and what they have to offer, then we're like, okay, well, let me go a little harder. Or let me run up on this cat and do what I got to do. And then next thing you know, you got a triple kill. And now you working their turrets because each team has 9 turrets. So let's say the other team that took 6 of your turrets. So now you down to 3. You know, and it's the way it's shaped is, well, it don't even matter. But now you got 3 turrets left. But you get a triple kill, you by yourself, your other teammate get a double kill. Now you done wiped them out. Now, there's also this thing called Lord in the game. So Lord is like, it can be the X factor for real. So you go, you kill the Lord, and the Lord is like a extra teammate. And then on top of that, you have minions that are souped up. They Super Saiyan minions. And they're walking up and down the boards or whatever. So they're harder to kill because they're bigger, they're stronger, and they have more health. Along with the Lord. So after you done wipe the whole team, you done got Lord. They team is still off the board. Now you done knocked down 8 of their turrets. So now the tides done changed. Now solutions done came. Or you found a solution, or you found an option, or you found a reason to well, do I keep this person around, or do I deal with them like Robitussin in small dosage? So then you can make decisions. Cause I sincerely, I, sis- I sincerely believe that it's about options. Do I deal with you? Do I don't deal with you? If I do deal with you, how do I deal with you? In what ways? How much? So when I seen solutions will emerge, that's what came to my mind. Is after I was after we've gotten to a point where we vibe, our vibrations are vibrating at the same level. Now solutions will emerge. Like, do I keep this person around? And if I am keeping this person around, why am I keeping them around? What what are we really doing for each other? Or do we just enjoy each other's company? So that's what I hear and I get from solutions will emerge. Cuz if it's forced, then you already know what you need to do. Deal with them like medicine, small dosage, and keep it moving. And that's the solution. I like this one right here. Uncertainty is reality. I really like that. And I believe this one and the last one, Embrace It, really are one and the same. Because once you can accept that there are a few things in this life that are a fact: being born, dying, and taxes, then it should be easier to live by a guideline like this. Uncertainty is reality. I just I don't try to predict things anymore. They all of these guidelines tie into each other. I don't try to predict anything anymore. So, like when I was a young boy, a young man, I used to get hooked and attached to women all the time, trying to not being cool with who I was, not being comfortable with who I was, even though, at the time they liked me for who I was, but I wasn't comfortable with it. I I didn't understand that by trying to change these people and force situations that I really was pushing them away. I didn't understand that. I had no idea. No idea whatsoever. I didn't know that if I would have just let them be who they were, not force anything, but maybe simply guided some things, that they might have kept me around and we would have had better solutions to things, better resolve to a lot of things. And uncertainty is reality. I don't know where I will be 10 years from now. I can hope that I will have a couple of million in the bank with some assets, creating revenue, and having some hot music circulating on Mars and overseas and in America and in the universe. But I'm I'm not trying to predict it. The only predictable thing that you can do is be consistent. Besides that, you don't know what's going to happen. And honestly, it's better not being attached to what could happen. That's anxiety. Remember, depression is living in the past, anxiety is living in the future. Live in the moment and embrace it. I really like these laws, because this is really step one to get into the next level. I sincerely believe this is step one. Accepting people for who they are and what they are, allowing yourself to be who you are, not forcing situations. I mean, you got to manipulate them a little bit, but not forcing. Because solutions will emerge. As in, I believe this is saying that options on how to deal with situations will emerge. As in, do I keep dealing with it? Do I not keep dealing with it? If I do keep dealing with it, what is it doing for me? And do I need to keep dealing with it? Do I like dealing with it? Or if I don't keep dealing with it, it was a waste of my time anyway. So I just need to go ahead and move on. But also keeping in mind and thought that uncertainty is reality. And to embrace it. And not be stuck on things that we can't control. Only things that we can control is us. And that's just what it is. So, we're going to move into... I'm not even going to tap that. I'll move you out the way. We're going to go to the next topic. But before we do go into the next topic, I do want to say anybody to get on your nerves, you give them this. Yup. You get a butt that. The right arm of the Fresh Prince. If they try to play with you, that's what they get. Anybody that tries to play with you, you give them that. You give them that. You give them that. All right. Moving along. Oklahoma State House approves bill to make performing an abortion illegal. This article just came out 2 days ago. The Oklahoma House gave final legislative approval on Tuesday to a bill that would make performing an abortion a felony. Yeah, let me save all these. Control Shift D. Yep. All right. The approval was on Tuesday to a bill that would make performing an abortion a felony punishable up to 10 years in prison. With little discussion and no debate, the Republican-controlled House voted 70-14 to send the bill to Republican Governor Kevin Stitt, who has previously said he'd sign any anti-abortion bill that comes to his desk. The bill is one of several anti-abortion measures still alive in Oklahoma's legislature this year, part of a trend of GOP-led states passing aggressive anti-abortion legislation as the conservative U.S. Supreme Court is considering ratcheting back abortion rights that have been in place for nearly 50 years, which we'll get into a little bit later in this topic. The Oklahoma bill, which passed the Senate last year, makes an exception only for an abortion performed to save the life of the mother, said GOP state. So it doesn't completely ban abortion, only in specific cases, that gray area. I'm sorry, I don't deal or operate in gray areas. I don't like the color gray. I don't like charcoal gray. I don't like light gray. I don't like ash. None of that. I don't like gray. Period. Don't call me Christian. I don't like gray. Representative Jim Olson of Rowland, who sponsored the bill. Under the bill, a person convicted of performing an abortion will face up to 10 years in prison and a $100,000 fine. The penalties are for the doctor, not for the women. Similar anti-abortion bills approved by the Oklahoma legislature in recent years have been stopped by the courts as unconstitutional. The bill's passage came on the same day as more than 100 people attended a Bans Off Oklahoma rally outside the Capitol in support of abortion rights. These legislators have continued their relentless attacks on our freedoms, said Emily Wells, interim president and CEO of Planned Parenthood Great Plains Votes. These restrictions are not about improving the safety of the work that we do. They are about shaming and stigmatizing people who need and deserve abortion access. Wells said Planned Parenthood's abortion clinic in Oklahoma has seen an 800% increase in the number of women from Texas after that state passed the most restrictive anti-abortion law in the U.S. in decades, and that's funny. The Texas law that took effect last year bans abortions once cardiac activity is detected, usually around 6 weeks of pregnancy, without exceptions in cases of rape or incest. Also Tuesday, the Oklahoma House adopted a resolution to recognize lives lost due to abortion and urged citizens to fly flags at half-staff on January 22nd. Today, the U.S. court legalized abortion in its landmark 1973 decision in Roe v. Wade. So everybody really learned about this. I want to go to that. Well, first of all, I want to say abortion is one of the leading causes of death in the U.S. So I do want to say that. But also, I'm going to say that I am for abortion, but in specific cases. I'm not a politician, but if it came down to it, I'm going to vote for abortion. I'm definitely going to vote for it. I'm not voting against it. I'm going to vote for it. And I didn't even do the history on, I'm not going to do the history on when the first abortion was done. But what I say when it comes to abortion is when it comes to rape or incest, yes, you can abort that. You can abort that fetus. Now, this is where politicians get their money. But this is why I'm still going to vote yes for abortion. If both parties want it, as in man and woman, then yes, that should be the couple's choice. And also in the first instance, that is your choice, as in that woman. On the first instance, as in when it comes to rape or incest, yes, I agree. That's the woman's choice because that was against your will. But you do need to go through the process of what happened. And let me do this while I'm going through this. Eventually, I'll get the production up. I'm just having fun doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm not back in the studio just yet. But if both parties want abortion, then yes, as in man and woman. That's the couple's choice. So I totally agree with that. I totally do. Now, where I don't agree with it is if one party doesn't want to have a kid and the other does, I don't agree. I don't agree if the woman says, hey, I want to keep it, and the man says, I don't want to keep it. I don't agree. And I definitely think that there should be mandates in place where you have to get DNA tests or you have to go through a bunch of hoops because it'll make people stop doing reckless shit. Honestly, stop doing reckless shit with your genitals. But I don't agree. If one party says I want to keep it and the other says no, I'm not going for this. I don't want this kid. Then you should not have it. You should not be having it. That's not fair. That's not fair. Because one side is going to say, well, this is my body, my choice. And I get that. But that's their seed. And you accepted that seed. And you accepted to do the act. So therefore, this is not just your choice anymore. It's their choice as well. So DNA test. And somebody needs to appear in court or something. I'm not the guy making the big bucks that decides on this. I'm just a voter. But I don't like this gray area right here at all. I don't. I don't like the, well, now I'm carrying it and I can do as I please. And then you're able to do with me how you want to and deal with me how you want to. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. That's not gonna work. That's itchy at best. That's very itchy. Cause you didn't make it by yourself. There's no way that a woman can make a fetus without sperm. Where the sperm come from? Testicles. Where the testicles come from? Males. Men. I don't care if you went to a sperm depository. Doesn't matter. You needed a seed in your soil to grow something. So you can't do it. Won't be me. Let's just say that. Won't be me. But that's a gray area right there. I think that's the real well, I wouldn't say that's the real issue, but that's one of the main issues that's holding it up and muddying it up. And like I said, I don't like the color gray because I don't operate in gray areas. Don't call me Christian because I don't like gray. But I do also agree when it comes to underage women, then yes, I agree. But it's the parent's choice. Unless the teenager is emancipated, then it's their choice. And they can do what they want to do. But once again, see this could be tricky too, because what if the boy teen wants to keep the kid, but the girl doesn't? See, that I don't get paid for that. Shout out to Dane Calloway. I'm just here to make you think. And that's what it is. But you know that those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on it. I just thought it was interesting because I always wanted to kind of look into abortion and see what the issue was with that and why so many people are upset about it and what is getting people caught up on that issue. And I can't say I have all the answers because I don't. I'm not a pro. I'm not a professional. But I do know that abortion is the leading cause of death, or one of the leading causes of death. Look at the stats. This is coming to us from denisonforum.org. There are 862,000 abortions in the United States in 2017. Probably more now. Well, probably less, but still, that's almost a million fetuses. So who's the real murderers? This is the lowest number since abortions became legal in 1973. But look, that same year, 457,000 Americans died from heart disease. Sick. It's crazy, man. That is that's crazy. Something's going on. Something's going on over there. Something really sinister is going on over there, man. So just to put you guys up on game about the first case that put the issue of abortion on the map was Roe versus Wade. And just a little synopsis on what happened. This happened in Texas. So Jane Roe was a pregnant Texas resident in 1970. Texas law made it a felony to abort a fetus unless on medical advice for the purpose of saving the life of the mother. Now, Texas got it where once a heartbeat is detected, nope, too late. Too late. OKC, Oklahoma, just said, nah, straight up no. Once your ass is pregnant, nope. Unless it's life or death. That's the only time. So like if you get in a car accident or I don't know, you got an alien growing inside of you and it's killing you. Anyways, Roe filed suit against Wade, the district attorney of Dallas County. So that's who Wade is. Wade is the DA of Dallas County back in the 70s. She argued that the law was unconstitutional because it violated the guarantee of personal liberty and the right to privacy implicitly guaranteed in the First, Fourth, Fifth, Ninth, and 14th Amendments. In deciding for Roe, the U.S. Supreme Court invalidated all state laws that prohibited first trimester abortions. So there you have it. Now we're just gonna look into the amendments that her lawyers, probably her. So, religious speech, press, assembly, petition. The fourth, search and seizure. Grand jury, double jeopardy, self-incrimination, due process. Ninth, non-enumerated rights. Let's see what that one says. The Ninth Amendment was, oh, hold up. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. To ensure that the Bill of Rights was not seen as granting to the people of the United States only the specific rights it addressed. In recent years, some have interpreted as affirming the existence of such enumerated rights outside those expressly protected by the Bill of Rights. We're not going to dive too deep in that. I just wanted to tap them. 14th? Oh, 9th? I just did that. And 14th, which would be this one. So 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment addresses many aspects of citizenship and the rights of citizens. The most commonly used and frequently litigated phrase in the amendment is equal protection of the rights, which figures prominently in a wide variety of landmark cases, including Brown versus Board of Education, which was fought on premises and basis of racial discrimination, Roe versus Wade, reproductive rights, Bush versus Gore, election recounts, Reed versus Reed, gender discrimination, and University of California versus Back, racial quotas in education. There's a lot here. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the states where they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges, immunities of citizens of the United States. I'm not about to read all of that. So I get it. I get it. I get it. It's just the abuse. It's the abuse of power. It's the abuse of the natural, the biology. As in, hold on, let me back that back. It's what's put in place that facilitates the abuse. I am not against abortion whatsoever. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. If I had a daughter and I knew that, let's say I couldn't take care of the kid, or who she had a kid with couldn't take care of it, I'm either like, go ahead and do what you need to do. If you think abortion is what you want to do, make sure that you know all the side effects and everything that comes with that. And or have it and put it up for adoption, which I really think is the better option, is adoption. But I don't feel at all the child support courts and the way that you can abuse men out here, and or women too, because women put on it. It's nah. If I say I don't want to have a kid and you say, hey, we did what we did, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep moving forward, I'm going to take care of the kid, I should not be obligated if I say I don't want to do that. That ain't right. If I agree to take care of that kid, then I will. And I'll be committed to that. And if I decide I don't want to do it no more, then okay. But there should not be a whole multi-million-dollar industry that is placed behind people who use their bodies, sell their bodies essentially, to hem people up. I mean, you can look it up on the internet of how many women get pregnant and just finesse. Men out there paychecks, and men out here struggling, living in one bedroom apartment, studio apartments, eating chicken and rice, ramen noodles, eggs every day. 24 pack of water, and that's it. One TV and mattress on the bed, because you can't afford nothing else, because they're paying child support for one mistake. Okay, some people do it on purpose and don't care, because we got those men out there who just can't help themselves. They just get everybody pregnant and don't care. So I get that, but the child support system is rigged, man. It's rigged. And we know it. So like I said, I'm for it. Do what you want to do. But, and mind you, I haven't read 100%, dug deep in, 10 toes down into abortion itself. But looking at it on face value, I can say I agree with it. That's what I can say. I agree with it, and these are my reasons why I agree with it. But it's not fair when you can use a baby to control and manipulate somebody, especially when you have the child support system backing you 500%. And that person may not have even wanted that kid. At that point, if it's my body, my choice, I can do what I want, then take care of the kid. Do what you want to do. But why does that have to involve me? Especially if I don't want it. Why do I have to be attached to that? People getting rigged all the people getting finessed all the time, man. All the damn time. There's people out here who'll pull out an Oscar on your ass from the acting game that they've done. And then divorce your ass. You done had 3 kids with them. And now you out here looking dumb. So I don't want to focus on this too much. I'm done with this. So now we're going to move on to technology. Why do I need to know this? The U.S. tested hypersonic missiles, reportedly kept it secret to not anger Russia. The fact that I know this is not good. Why do we need to know this? Why is this out here? Why? I'm trying to remember. I don't want to tell the story if I don't remember all the facts 100%. But it had something to do with Russia and their spy planes back in the 60s or the 70s. And they came up with the fastest jet, and I think they still fly it to this day. And I believe Americans had sent a spy in to go check it out or whatever because the Russians kept showing it off. And then eventually, one of their pilots went rogue and flew all the way over to the U.S. and gave the Russians up. But the fact that they was putting it out here, oh, we got the fastest jet, Hey, like I told Devin Lavelle, shout out to you. Hey, all I'm doing is I'm staying out the way and I'm popping out. That's how I'm coming. From here until death do me part. I'm not about to show you I got money. I ain't about to show you nothing. I'm going to show you what I want you to see. And best believe, when you see it, you're going to be like, damn, where he been? But shit, every time he pop out, he pop out. That's what it need to be. Why do I need to know this? This is on AmericanMilitaryNews.com. Why do we need to know? Well, if I can look this up, ain't no telling who over there getting paid just to look and see what we have. So they know how we coming. Something's gonna happen. We know that. But I'm not even gonna read it because you can look it up yourself. But why do I need to know what we got going on over here? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not in the military. But my thing is, look, if I can look this information up this easily, then anybody else can look it up just as easily. See,
Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
I respect it, but nah, that shit itchy at best, man. Itchy. You should never show your hand. But I mean, I guess we're America and that's what we do. We stand out. And I want to play this because this is what I think KBJ been doing and is gonna be doing. She gonna be doing a whole lot of this. Oh, hold up.
You always do that to me, George.
That's what I think your girl gonna be doing. Or that's what your girl was doing. And I think that's what your girl gonna be doing a whole lot of. Hold on, let me get it. So across the street, they're building this really, really nice house. They've been building it for like the last year or whatever. And it looks really good. Like really, really good. And it got me wanting to go ahead and think about what I'm getting ready to do. So fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm only gonna play a little bit of it anyway, so hopefully I don't get a copyright strike, but we're just gonna run through it. So this is Contasia Brown Jackson, and all I gotta say is this is who y'all appointing to the Supreme Court?
Woman.
Can I provide a definition?
Mhm.
No.
Hold on.
Can I provide a definition?
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
I know what a woman is. That's what I would prefer to wake up beside in the morning. You know, just some Jello. Preferably petite. You ain't gotta have a big back. But I don't want you flat back then either.
Can I provide a definition?
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
What? What you mean? Hold up. This where it starts.
You always do that to me, George.
Look at your girl. Hold up, wrong one. Look at your girl. About to start tapping. Hey, look, I can do some tapping too. I can definitely do some tapping my damn self.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So
I'm
you
not a
believe the
biologist.
meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Sick. Absolutely sick. Look. Y'all better get y'all girl. This is what she doing.
You always do that to me, George.
Y'all better get your girl.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day that it becomes so contested, one woman asking another to define women.
Sick. Absolutely sick. Come on, man. Y'all have to do better. Hey. Let it have been me. Man, y'all would have been talking the most shit ever. The most shit ever.
Oh, Peter, it's just
I think it does go back.
It reflects how tortured the left's rhetoric on gender relations.
I don't want to hear you talk.
A Supreme Court justice that is unwilling to.
Okay, so
define
they're done
what
talking. We're done with that. I don't want to get any strikes or anything like that. But yeah, man, I gotta give it to you one more time, cause that shit's funny.
You always do that to me, George.
So yeah, man. Another great episode. Another good episode, man. I feel really, really good about what we have going on over here at the mansion. So to give you guys a wrap up, isms. The isms. All right, Uncle Cat Williams, He got something to say to
There
us.
is a chemical that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it can change your life. All I'm saying, you gotta enjoy your motherfucking life. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Enjoy your goddamn life. Life is fucking short. Enjoy that shit.
So that's Aunt Cat. Hey, you gotta get to a place where you healthily don't give a fuck about shit. Man, fuck all that little shit, man. Stop putting your energy in the little shit that don't even matter at all. Alright, laws of detachment. Let me bring that back up. Well, I'm not gonna bring that. Man, anyway. So laws of attachment. Allow others to be who they are. Man, you gotta accept these people for who they are and deal with them accordingly, man. Stop trying to change people. Accept yourself. You have to, that's the first part. You assess the situation. You accept yourself for who you are. Things you can't change, things you can change. The things you can't change, change them. Keep working. Don't force any situations. You gotta learn the art of letting. Just let shit be. Just let shit rock. Just let shit do what it do. Cause you find, man, when you let things go, they tend to come back to you. Solutions will emerge. With this, I believe what this post was saying is that solutions will be more options on how to assess the situation depending on how you want to take it and where you want to go with it. If y'all vibe, or if you vibe with the situation, then you can do this, that, or that. But if you don't, then you can just cut it off and go your own separate way. I hope this music in the background is not gonna give me a copyright strike. I don't have time for that. I should close the window, but the breeze feels good. Uncertainty is reality. It absolutely is. Only things that are guaranteed in this life are death, birth, taxes. That's it. Can't control shit. Stop trying to control shit. And sometimes you have a better time and you enjoy yourself more when you don't control shit. Or don't try to control shit. You just let shit happen, you know? But not letting shit happen in the sense of I'm just gonna be a piece of shit and I'm never gonna get anything accomplished. Nah. Hell nah. Not even. No. When it comes to relationships, you just show up the best way that you can every single time and stay consistent to them. If you even get that far. And then embrace it. Just embrace whatever comes. If they want to keep dealing with you, then deal with them. But know who you're dealing with and deal with them accordingly. If they're a piece of shit, but you still want to beat that peace leaf from the bite, then do it. If you want to keep going with them and you know that they're real good peoples and you guys vibe, but you have you can smell a little ism. They're a little sinister. So things might not last as long as it could be if maybe on that wavelength you guys operated the same and thought the same and had the same ideologies. You know what they are, so embrace them and enjoy them moments. Don't make it anything more than what it needs to be. For real. People be putting too much. They be putting too much into things. Like, this is not a dress rehearsal. You gotta stop putting so much into things that don't matter. You know, accept it for what it is. If you guys decide to keep dealing with each other, then deal with each other. But if not, don't be no crybaby. Don't go over here and pull I don't even remember the dude's name from the Versace story. He don't want to be with you, so you go kill him. because you off. Nah. You let the ass go. Go about your business. I ain't been in my own. Ain't no point, man. You know what I mean? This is the law of detachment. This is the first step to getting yourself in check and in order. For real. You can't be attached to things that don't add anything to your life. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. So stop it. Stop it. I'm trying to think. I might be better off doing that tomorrow. But stop being attached to things that don't add any type of value to that. So I don't want to harp on that too much longer. Abortion. OKC abortion laws. They banned abortion. It's a felony now for the doctors and not for the women. The only exceptions to the abortion rule or law is that if the mother's life is in peril, then they will go ahead and abort the fetus. But the penalties that come along with going through with the abortion is jail time, prison time up to 10 years, and $100,000 fine. So sheesh. And then we also talked about Roe versus Wade and how that whole issue got jumped off and brought into the mainstream and into the lexicon. Diaspora. Aspirin, I don't know. But yeah. Also, I said I do agree with abortion, but only in certain cases, which like I didn't really do too much of a deep dive into it because honestly for me, I don't plan on having kids and I wrap it up. So I believe that this will never affect me. One, the child support system has empowered people who I think abuse that system. So that's really what I'm against. Is the child support system. It's effed up. But when it comes to abortion, we're going to just stay on that. When it comes to rape or incest, yes. You should be able to abort it. That should be your choice. If both parties want it, as in man, woman, want it, yes, you should be able to abort it. If one party doesn't want the kid, but the other party does, then it has to be extra steps that go into that in order to either keep it or abort it. It should not be one-sided because it takes two. If you got your sperm from a sperm depository, then hey, have all you wish. But if you got it from a donor and you can talk to that person and they say, hey, I am the donor of the sperm and I don't want that. But you want to keep it, that man should not be obligated to be in that kid's life, and therefore you should not be able to keep him on the hook. You should not. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense whatsoever. Does not make sense. But if the woman says she don't want it and the dude say he does, then there should be a penalty for the woman going behind that donor's back and aborting. Let's just say in a perfect utopia that wouldn't be perfect anyways. It should be penalties for that. So it should be extra steps for that. I don't have all the answers, so don't even sit up here and try and ask me the answers because I'm going to skirt over that. I just thought it was an interesting topic, and it's something that I wanted to speak on because it's interesting. It is. I want to know what's going on in this world. I want to know what got people's G strings in a knot. I want to know what got people's cell boxes in a knot, and I want to know who are the ones who are empowering the people who are making these laws. And yeah. And also, last, I believe that underage teenagers underage kids should be able to get an abortion. I mean, I knew one girl, and that was her mom's decision. Her mom said, "Hey, you getting this." She was like 16 or 17, something like that. I met her when she was 16, but she was 17 when she got it. So yeah, if you're underage, it should absolutely 100% be your parents' choice, unless you're emancipated and you're living on your own, or homeless and don't have parents. This could also be touchy too, because one side could say, "Hey, we want it." The other side could say, "Nah, we don't want it." But if they're both underage, then that's grown people making decisions over their kids. So that's also something that, like I said, stop being political. This is not a political channel. This is not a political show. But we just talk about things that are interesting. And this is interesting. This is the home of the anti-heroes. So don't even come over here talking that. I just said what I said. You will get blocked. All right. Third topic. U.S. missiles. Why do I need to know about that? Straight up. Why do I need to know about this? This is a war. This is a war. So why does the opposition need to know what we holding? It's all out there. It's all out there. I just looked up technology articles. I seen this. I said, why do I need to know this? That's why I didn't even read the article, because I'm like, yeah, I know we have technologies that nobody knows about, that only a select few people know about. But why do I know this? Why do I know this? I don't need to know about this. If I know about it, then the people who matter the most know about it too. And then last, is this your queen? Is this your queen? I'm gonna tell you what she been doing. That's what she been doing.
You always do that to me, George.
That what your girl been doing. She been tapping. Hey, and I be doing some tapping too. I tap dance. It is what it is. Can't define woman, but you a woman. Disingenuous at best. Nobody got time for that. All right, world. I'm the Don, Senator Smooth and Rude. This is a Mansion in the Sky podcast where we build the land while we drive it. Remember, the goal is to become envious, which is unconquerable and influential in every aspect of our lives. We're here to make ourselves better. And in doing that, we'll make the world better when we make ourselves better. So with that being said, this is a Mansion in the Sky podcast. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next episode. Thank you.